Today, a special day for me.
Most definitely.
Today is my mama's birthday, and I love you, mama. Rest in
Rest up, mama.
And I
Take your time, big home.
music, man. My mama said at one time I was gonna quit, and she said, "Hell, I even heard about you. People, when I tell people you my son, they tell me about your music. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm trying to be at work and people, kids rapping your songs to me and everything. So that let me know that I really had something. And I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop living life. I ain't gonna stop at nothing till I feel like I done made my mama proud. I'm not gonna stop at nothing. Till I make my mama proud or God call me home and say, your job done.
Say what you want to, cause it's all
to my
true.
people in the ghetto, this is for you. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, cause it's so true. Yeah, to my people in the ghetto.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? This your boy Lano XL, Mr. 18 Pockets. And guess what? This is a special edition show. One half of the Born Rich Club podcast. OG Boopy couldn't make it right now, man. Had a delay in his flight, but it's all good. I'm sitting right here with the legendary hip-hop entrepreneur, a guy who, to me, put Nashville in a chokehold in setting the bar and putting out an album. And not just any album, right? A classic album. I got the big homie, legendary Kool Daddy Fresh right here, man.
Appreciate you. God bless you.
For sure. Man, we love you. Listen, homie, this is like, okay, listen, Taylor, I before you came in, I already had a good introduction for you to Taylor. And this is like, a lot of people probably have their favorite person they want to interview, like musically wise. Listen, homie, top tip for me. This right here mean a lot to me. Everybody who know me, they know that I'm a huge Kool Daddy Fresh fan.
Man,
homie.
I appreciate you. God bless you, bro.
For
For
sure.
real.
So look, let's get into it, big homie. We're gonna get straight into it, man. I want to ask you something first. You a native out of Cashville, or you a native somewhere else? Because you just was telling me something.
I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky.
Never knew that.
I came to Nashville in '86.
Okay. So 1986 when y'all came, y'all went straight to West Nashville?
No, I went straight. Originally, I went from Louisville, and then I moved to Lane Garden. I went to East High School, you know what I'm saying? And I had my first concert with, shout out to my homeboy Jazz, the coach. Jazz gave me my first show. We put me on my first show. So I was originally an East Nashville cat. And then, you know, the last year East High was a high school, I ended up moving out west and going to Pearl Cone the year Pearl Cone opened up, the new school.
Oh, so the year that Pearl Cone opened, that's when y'all,
we
the
came
West
in
Nashville
87.
came. Okay.
Yeah, the new Pearl Cone. Yeah,
Damn,
we
I didn't know that. That's a good history right there.
Right.
So look, when you came, was you already musically inclined when you was coming down here? Like, was you already in the mix in the music?
Well, in Louisville, I was perfecting my craft, you know what I'm saying? I was the type of cat, I go home. My sister taught me how to rap. Believe it or not.
Dang, okay.
I had a English assignment, and I had to do a haiku, a Japanese poem. And my sister helped me compose this limerick and everything. And from that, I just liked the rhyme. And plus, you know, I'm from Louisville, home of Ali. He always talking in rhymes and everything. So, you know, I just developed my craft, and I just was always writing. In Louisville, I was writing, more of a writer. But then when I came to Nashville, I had all these raps stored up in my mind and in my notebook and everything, you know. And I just happened to be going to East High, and East High was like Cooley High back in, you know what I mean?
Most definitely.
So it was like
Are you saying like because of the demographics of it was the bottom, South Fade?
It was not more like the effect of, it was like hip hop just was emerging back in. Like you still had beatboxing, you had marching groups, you had DJs scratching, making mixtapes.
So real hip hop. You was really in the real hip hop era.
Right. So you know what I mean? So everybody be at the lunch table rapping and everything. And I had one homeboy that knew I could rap. and everything. We walk home from school and I spit, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
man, go on and spit that in school tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
because school was our club back
yeah,
then,
the school
right?
was the club. So
Yeah.
that was the stage and everything. So
Yeah.
the lunchroom came, that day came, and he hit the beat on the lunchroom table and started beatboxing. And I went on and just spit it. And everybody was like, man, you harder than LL. Because back then I was spitting tongue twisters and things, rapping in Spanish, Chinese, backwards, reverse, backwards.
Damn.
So I was doing all that. I did it on my first record. I ended up putting them same raps on my first record, Buster's Groove. I was like young, rapping in Chinese, Spanish, backwards.
Yeah. What made
everything.
you want to rap in Chinese and Spanish at that time, though?
Oh, man, it was just, it was more hip-hop back then was braggadocious. So, I actually knew how to count to 10 through Chinese and everything, So I
Yeah.
just implemented certain little things that I thought would stand out and put it in my raps.
Okay. So, we're going to, all right, let's just jump ahead just a little bit right here. So, how did you get introduced to street flavor?
Man, I actually didn't get on the street flavor till 99. My first,
Oh, okay. So, It's All True
yeah, It's All True came through For Real Records.
for real records.
It was
Okay.
like the cats that left street flavor. It was like a Kevin Robinson, and you had Pete, and you had a couple other cats. Jeremiah Lin was like helping Pistol with his album. They was all behind Pistol's first album on Street Flavor. So I had went to Street Flavor, and I was trying to get signed.
Yeah.
And I guess at the time they was like, somebody didn't want to get me signed. I used my Organized Crime demo as as my demo tape to take the Street Flavor, and they was like, when I'm on my way out, they was like, Fresh, we ain't signed nobody right now, but on my way out, my homeboy K-Rob was like, hey, man, you cold. Don't sign with nobody, man. I'm coming back and get you in 6 months.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He came back in 4 months.
Oh, and did what he said he was going to
Yeah,
do.
he came back and got me, and then I had to go over on Tiger Bell by TSU, and I rapped against like 30 rappers
Yeah.
that day, and I ate all of them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was unanimous. And when we left that rap battle, we went straight to the goddamn go get me a Cadillac. We went straight to Dillard's and changed my wardrobe. We went
Yeah.
straight to the safe and got me right.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
changed me from washing dishes on White Bridge Road.
Okay, so music most definitely put you in a position to get out of that 9-to-5 lifestyle, right?
Yeah, back in, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, there wasn't too many cats that was coming with the bag back in, you know what I mean? Back
Yeah.
in, that's when music was good and everybody was believing in everybody.
Yeah,
we
most
was all
definitely.
chasing a dream. But now, you got to do it on your own.
You got to do it on your own.
You ain't got too many homeboys that believe in you. Here back in, you had 3 or 4 homeboys. He put 5 G's with you. He got 5, and they paying, one dude paying for your studio, other dude paying for getting it pressed up. You was in the game. You feel me?
Most definitely.
But now, it ain't like it used to be.
It's crazy now. We gonna jump back into that. I wanna get into the It's All True album, right? Because this is a huge classical album,
Right.
for you, right? I know
Right.
you still places that you go, people still acknowledge you from this.
I can't do a concert without it.
Without exactly right. You my first person I ever went viral, right? So the first time that I ever started doing my podcast and started doing my topics and stuff on Facebook, I remember I posted one time, the old video of It's All True. And I was like, hey, I'm doing it for the music that I love, right?
Right.
So I dropped it, and I was just doing it for me. And I ended up getting like 20,000 people hitting me up, looking at it. And then I dropped it on my TikTok, and it was like another 40,000. I'm like, dang. And there was so many different stories from the comments that I was reading, and
Yeah.
they was remembering where they was at when this came out.
How a different song
How-
affected their
most
life.
definitely.
What they was going
So
through.
I want to ask you, getting into It's All True, because I want to know something first. Did you produce some of those beats?
Man, guess what? Shout out to my cousin KNS. But a lot of people didn't know that I co-produced the whole album.
Okay.
Except I co-produced every song except 3 songs. It was 10 songs on that. I co-produced 7 out of 10 songs. What I mean by that, I didn't do the actual drum programming, but I would give my cousin a tune like, play this How Deep Is Your Love, Keep Sweat. Play this SOS Band, Even When You Sleep. Play this Anita Baker tune for Break Me Off.
Yeah.
Play this MC Twist for It's All True. So everything was like old tunes. Like even if you go back to he went out like a gangster, the R.I.P. song, it was MC Breed, Everyday Ho. It was that tune, but then I used that real Easy E. I told him to use that Easy E, real Compton City G's breakbeat. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we was hip hop heads, you know, me and my cousin. So, and you know, he listened to my ideas, and he had a lot of dope ideas.
Yeah,
and we put the album together in 2 weeks.
I was about to ask you that. How long it took you? 2 weeks.
We made it 2 weeks in a apartment with no air, nothing. In the summertime, it was hot in the motherfucker.
The finished product, right? When you got the finished product of It's All True.
I hated it. I hated my album. I hated even the song. Guess what? The song I hated the most.
Which one?
It's All True.
Because that's the before you say that. Because let me tell you something. It's All True. Is a classic single, right? That you drop. One of the best lines. It's life is complicated. It gets me aggravated.
I didn't like my rap on that, but what I loved about it was my homegirl Deshawn, who sung on the chorus. She sung the chorus. So that's what, to me, what made the record was her strong vocals on the chorus. But
Most definitely.
But everything I wrote on it, It's All True, was my life. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, back in my cousin.
Shout out to that sister. You right for that. I'm sorry for stopping you. You're right. The impactful and the soulful. Of her voice
made the song, whole record.
It most definitely helped the song. And listen what I'm finna say. I still remember listening to Bone, right?
Right, Bone.
Bone had a song when I was coming up, also around the time. They had that it's the thuggish, ruggish Bone. They had that, and they had that girl Tasha sang. You remember that?
Right. Yeah,
remember how
her.
soulful, like the song was good, but for her vocals to be added on there, it was like
that's what made the record back in. It was raw. That raw.
And I'm going back to you for the It's All True, because for you saying that, your 16s was right there, right?
I wanted to change my third verse. That's what it was. I wanted to change. I didn't like my third verse, and I wanted to go back and change it. But everybody, Supreme and everybody loved it. They was like, no, don't change nothing. It's perfect the way it is. Yeah. But, you know, I'm always critique myself. I'm a hard critic on myself. I felt like the third verse, I wanted to change it, but everybody was like, don't change it. So that made me mad at the song. But then when she came and laid the vocals, that's the only thing that I liked about the album, about that particular song. But then after I got to making all these records, I noticed that damn near every hook on my song had singing in it. You feel me? Every song, that's what made me didn't like the album, because back in I was a jack boy. Back in I was off the porch, you know what I'm saying? I was all the way in the streets back in, you know what I mean? So, and you know, I had this one particular homeboy that he always gonna keep it real with me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homeboy Rockbox, my brother, you know what I'm saying? So Rockbox was like, man, I heard this dude say, one of our dudes, he told me, I ain't gonna say his name, but he told me one of the dudes in the circle that while we was doing the process of making my album, he was like, all them songs on Fresh album, man, he got an MC Hammer album. All that singing on the album. And back
at that time, MC Hammer done went commercial.
Right, so you know back in what everybody felt about Hammer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So when he said that, I was like, damn. I had like a few records that I liked that didn't have the singing in it, but even the dope songs had singing in it. Yeah. And even the female records had singing. I was like, damn, I did end up, all these hooks end up being singing on it. So when my album came out, I wouldn't even come off the hill. You know, I was back up in Skyview and everything. I wouldn't even come off the hill. You know what I mean? I was just like, I ain't want to come out of nothing.
This is when your album dropped?
Yeah, when the album dropped, I ain't even want to come out rich. I was like, stayed in. I just stayed in my breezeway, in my section where I hustled at. Had my few cats that be around me every day. So we in the spot playing Tecmo Bowl and all that shit.
Definitely.
Back in, you remember the Tecmo?
Yeah, I remember Tecmo Bowl.
We getting down on the Tecmo Bowl, and one of my niggas was just come in. Man, we was at the club last night. We was at Oasis, man. They was banging your shit.
Oasis.
And then I ain't even know my album was hitting like that. So I kept on, different cats kept on coming, like all my friends are, man, we just left off the hill. We went to the store, man. We heard somebody banging your shit. Yeah. And right beside us in the car. And so I got like 30.
How you feeling now?
I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I still didn't want to come off the hill. I done got 30 reports that my album is the shit, that everybody feeling it. So all of a sudden, my boy was like, man, let's go to sports season, man. Come on, they got the sale on sports season. So, you know, back in, we used to love the hats and shirts.
Most definitely.
Nigga ain't turning down no ride. We going to sports season. And you got a bankroll on your pocket, so let's go.
Let's go. We finna head out.
We get down the hill, get on Charlotte, make a left turn, get to the main light. I hear 2 cars playing my shit. Another car pull up on another side playing it. My homeboy and them like, it's 4 gals, 4 TSU girls. They pull up banging my shit. My homeboys and them like, this him right here in the back seat.
Yeah, most definitely. Hell
This my nigga in the back seat. They hit me. See, Fresh, we told you your shit banging.
Yeah.
Shout out my homeboy Lamar Slauson there. That was my guy. Man, there he go right here. The girl's like, that ain't him.
Yeah.
That ain't. Pull over to the store. We pull over to the gas station. So they get out. They made me get out the car. They made me get out the car. Say, that ain't you. Say, because you talking about taking you shopping out Hickory Hollow. And I say the line, that's him. So then I started going all over the town, all over Nashville.
And now you seeing the love.
And I'm seeing the love.
Because niggas already fuck with you, right?
Yeah, I was already
so when you go in these other different sections and you going across town, because now you out of your comfort space.
But I had already like been in every part of town anyway. I had already like, when I was out, back in when I lit out East, I done already had hustled in Settle Court.
Yeah.
On Liz, I hustled over there.
I'm saying when your album came out.
Yeah, but before then, that's what led to it, because I was already had spent time in every hood. I done been on 6th, 7th, 8th.
Yeah.
I done been everywhere, west, south. So you know what I mean? I wasn't scared to fuck with my city. I had niggas on every part of town. So that's what we did back in. We might get bored. We been out west all week. So on a Saturday, my niggas might say, man, let's go out south. We go out south, go fuck with JC, UC, Edge Hill. You know what I'm saying? We go holler at Smallhead.
Anyway.
Yeah, we go holler at Smallhead, all them, you know what I'm saying? So I always been all around the globe. I always been a Magellan, a Christopher Columbus type nigga in Nashville. I always like to explore other parts of town. I wasn't never just comfortable being a one-sided gangster.
Yeah, most definitely.
You feel me?
Most definitely, because that's what's going on. And for the reaching out and people already knowing who Fresh is as the not the artist,
right,
but I'm already
as
in
the
tune
nigga,
as the nigga. Okay,
yeah.
Let me ask you this: 120,000 copies.
Man, that was crazy. Like, man,
because the love too, because everybody know you. And
I wasn't even thinking my shit was selling like that. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was doing a little something, you know what I mean? I knew I knew I wasn't never having to ask for no money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm supposed to go down to the record company and get checks on Friday. Shit, my checks was waiting on me, calling me Wednesday, telling me, come get this, man, come get this money, man.
Getting paid off
come
rap.
get the check and everything. So, you know what I mean? So, I guess Christmas, everything was lovely to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shit,
when did you realize? Did the label tell you sold this many? Or like when did you realize? Like shit.
Man, I realized it through selector hits. Like when I started developing a relationship with Johnny Phillips and Jeff Phillips and Blake at Selector Hits, the distribution company in Memphis, and everything. And then Breed was, shout out to MC Breed.
I knew you had
because I had a deal pending with Ichiban Records. I was about to sign on the same label with Breed, and Breed was telling me that Brad from Ichiban had pulled up the numbers and everything, and that's when he was telling me how I really was doing, and then I was seeing that I was in the Murder Dogs with the West Coast. It hit out to Oakland and shit, because I was fucking with my man JT, the Bigger Figure, and Sebo and all them. They're my homeboys and shit. So Too Short, shout out to Short, that's my guy. So as being in the Murder Dog, Rasul was giving me Bay Area exposure.
Yeah,
you feel me? So
most definitely. So I'm gonna get to this right here. Okay, so Pistol have already dropped before.
Yeah, he dropped on me, bro. Hitting Like a Bullet.
Hitting Like a Bullet has already came out.
Yeah. My cousin produced his whole album first. K&S produced his album first.
How was your relationship? How was your relationship with Pistol then?
Back in, man, we was all what we had. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I was in the group New Style Posse. Pistol was in the group Young Gangsters. Okay. So when we got our first SP 1200, we used to practice up at K&S house, my cousin. He was back in just scratching for us. We was leaving, and we got tired of unhooking the SP 1200 every day and having to be right back. So we'll leave the 1200 with my cousin K&S because we know we're going to be right back tomorrow.
We're going to be right back tomorrow, right?
So,
here.
yeah, so he got to fucking with the beats, and next thing you know, he started whipping up some beats for Pistol, you know what I'm saying? And he whipped up the shit that became the Hidden Like a Bullet album, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's good. That's what that's another thing that I like right there, man, is that the honesty and the relationship that you guys have.
He used to spend the
right
night at
there.
our house. We was like family.
All right, we're going to cut right here. Boom. So now we right here at the Pistol. We just right here.
All right.
So the relationship with you and Pistol always being 100.
It's always been 100. And then, you know, when his album came out first, and then my album came out first. I mean, after his. And then, you know, at first you had people that tried to get a little friction, a little Pistol and Fresh friction. So
Yeah.
if you look inside the It's All True cover, I put people tried to get us to go against each other, but we came from together. We together. I gave him a special shout out, and I gave him a shout out on the record, on my song. I put it on the No Love song with my cousin. I put him in the studio with me and King P. I made sure to write that. So, you know what I mean? Because we was all what we had. We was all family.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to let everybody divide. Because to me, that might have been, right now, you had the two hottest cats from the same side of town. So what do? You try to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
You know?
Instead of, because people try to have those things. What Jay-Z said, who's the best, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas?
Yeah.
We'll try to do that for Nashville. So let's get into this then, right? Because a lot of us do this, right? I'm a list picker sometimes. But the good thing about my list picking is you always on my motherfucking number one.
That's a fact.
I'm just saying. I'm just
That's a
saying.
fact. I appreciate
And every time I do any impactful list, right, we gotta always put you right there because you on our
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore
of Cashville.
of Cashville.
appreciate
And
it.
we
Yes, sir.
always say that about you. How do you feel about list pickers? Who do it off the strength of
Don King.
Okay.
Don King. Well, I feel like it is so, in the words of Motown, one of Motown's favorite artists. It's so Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
It's gay. Because what you're doing is what the list does is, in a way, it acknowledges people, and it's good that I appreciate everybody that put my name on the list, but in a way, it take away from Cashville as the team. Because, you know what I'm saying, what it does is it singles out 2 or 3 people, and then you leave out the role players. You focus so much on Jordan and Pippen, but then you don't say nothing about Craig Hodges or the
Ron Harper. You don't say about the Ron Harpers.
Yeah, the role
B.J.
players that came off the bench.
B.J. Armstrong,
So, and what that does is it puts a Nashville has got so much dope music and dope artists.
True.
But
I agree
then
with you on that.
when we put this content, these list content, all it does is leave people out. Or some people go by their favorites instead of going by the facts.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll ask somebody, man, who the top 3 in Cashville of all times? And it's just like you asking me that, and I say, Michael Jordan, Greg Oden, and somebody that's on the D-League team.
Yeah.
But just because he my cousin.
Yeah. No,
You know
I
what
don't
I
agree
mean?
with that, though.
You know what I mean?
don't agree with that.
And when you're doing that, it makes all the other artists that's really worthy of the praise and all that. You put a soda ball. You just soda ball the whole movie.
Yeah, you done messed it up.
You had a key of dope artists, of dope music, and then here come Marvin Gaye. He put 9 ounces of soda ball and just fucked it up.
Yeah.
With this list by you pinpointing, well, I'm always pick Todd because me and Todd went to school together.
Yeah.
We from the same part of town.
That's how it is.
I pick everybody. I pick everybody from that part of town that I'm from.
Yeah.
But then I leave out the people that really made history.
History, most definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's best not to even make a list. Let's just say we and put a stamp on Cashville like Memphis got right there. Memphis 3 hours that way, Atlanta 4 hours that way. We right in the middle. And we ain't blew up an artist since Buck and Lito.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact.
Why is that?
That's a
Why is
fact.
that?
I think
Memphis
the
got
fact
so
is
many
because
dope artists every day. They coming out like McDonald's make fries. Like
But you said you said it in the beginning though, when you was like, now the people with money, right, want to be the rappers. Because like you said, I got a homeboy gonna give me 5,000. I got another homeboy gonna give me 5,000. I got another homeboy who gonna give me 5,000. It's $15,000. We can start.
Ain't nobody believing in the dream no more.
Well, I ain't gonna say they don't believe in the dream.
I mean,
no more.
they do, but
they believe in themselves. They selfish now.
They selfish now.
He can rap, but I want to be the star.
But that ain't business. Ain't getting done like that.
For sure.
Because you got behind every successful artist, he got a successful team. He got a team.
Most definitely.
He ain't just doing it by himself. Like everybody looking at who the hottest man right now. Everybody bumping Boss Man D-Lo. Let's say Boss Man D-Lo right now out in Florida. He
That's
banging.
what I told him.
Okay, he banging. But everybody, who you think? It took certain peoples to get him on this mixtape. They knew he had the dope boy slang. He the next Jeezy. He the next Jeezy. He got the next dope talk that everybody want to hear.
Lingo, most
but
definitely.
the lingo, he still had to have some niggas to believe in him to put him in position where his lingo could be heard.
Yeah, behind the scenes, it's
He got a team, man.
Yeah.
Even if I promise you, it's some niggas, man. Here, man, take his 10, man, and take it down to the radio. Or take a 20 ball or whatever. He got people that believe in the dream.
That was something that you guys did. That was something
That's what we
and I don't
did.
want to stop you, but I love this type of conversation.
Yeah.
This is something that was instilled in you guys, right? When you guys in your era, because if you think about it, if I go back to your era, legends. Because everybody kind of was like this. It wasn't friction. It wasn't. I ain't hear no list.
And we had
I
the
don't
what you
think my
call. We
brother
had
came
what
in
I
no
call
list.
the HNE. We had the head nod effect back in. Meaning if you put out something, I'm gonna go down Strike One, New Life. I'm gonna go Teddy Jam. I'm gonna go to one of them record stores. I'm gonna go get your CD tape or whatever. No matter if you got 13 songs on there. It's something. I'm gonna listen to the whole tape back in there. If I go get a nigga shit, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. If I didn't like rap, it's something. I found something that I liked about it. If it was the beat or the hook, it was something. I've tried to find something about everybody in Nashville music that I liked. If you notice, I fucked with everybody when I was at my peak, when I was at my hottest thing.
Yeah.
That's another reason that make me survived in this game so long. Because when I was hot, I also became a kerosene heater. I wasn't too stingy or too selfish to stand by you and give you a little heat and run over here to this part of town and give him a little heat.
Because people knew
and
this.
Run over here and give him a little heat. And that's why I call myself, I'm the Cashville kerosene heater. I kept everybody hot. I showed everybody love.
I can
You
go
feel
from
me?
Big Lou. I can go from Big Lou
South A
album. I can go
Mafia,
from South Fade,
ODC,
OD,
Greenway,
Greenway,
Boogie,
Bottom
Big Blue,
Boys.
Bottom Boys, Graveyard, Ghetto Soldiers, everybody. B-Knock, you
I'm gonna
feel
say
me?
something right quick. I'm gonna say something. My best Kool Daddy Fresh verse is off of it's a song where the album is not even your album. It's somebody else's album. But you say I'm a worldwide baller like Kobe Bryant. Junkies watch me dunk you. Popos watch me stunt you. And if I go to court, I Glenn Funk
You talking about me? And guess what's so crazy? I co-produced that. My cousin produced KNS. He produced the beat.
Okay.
But I told him to put the Superfly sample at the beginning. Rocks, biggest marbles, lumps. And with the 3,000 we got, we can build a 3. I told my cousin to put that sample at the beginning. The meal ticket. The meal ticket really.
That's what it was called, the meal ticket.
Yeah, that's what it was. I gave him the sample.
With Mo Lottie.
I gave him the
Precious
sample.
Major
I've been
League.
co-producing shit forever.
Hey y'all,
Nah,
I told
that's
y'all Boopie's back,
That's
y'all.
tough.
So Boopie's back. I'm sorry.
That's tough. Yeah,
Boopie
yeah,
just
yeah.
ended
We
up going.
back.
So
We
just
back.
to catch Boopie up, he co-produced It's All True.
Okay.
So now
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah, nah, that's good. That's good shit. What I want to get back
Look
to,
good too, boy. Goddamn, boy.
Fresh. What I want to get back to is the list, right? Because you know you're gonna have people say that, man, Fresh just don't like the list because a lot of times Fresh name might be on that list. What do you say to people who might say that to you?
No, guess what? It ain't even about that. It be the people that just, they put 10 on it. You know, like you go fishing and you catch a crappie.
Yeah.
And that's what your impact was to me. You was like a hip hop. If Nashville, we was all fish, you would been a crappie. But then you want to act like
That
you
was a
was
shark.
Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if we was all a team, we know Pistol hit this many points, Quantity hit this many points, Fresh hit this many points, Lou hit this, such and such, the list goes on. But it be cats that didn't even get in the game, or you got in the game, you didn't get into the fourth quarter till we was up by 80 points, and it was
They the guy who just fouled you.
21 seconds left on the clock, and you got in the game, and as soon as you got in, the buzzer sounded, and then you act like all the reporters came in and interviewed you after the game was over.
Most
with.
definitely.
You
Most
know,
definitely.
that's the type of effect.
Hey, that is.
And
Hey,
everything,
you right.
What you got? Some people like, you know, if you get other states, I don't never want to be the mad rapper because I'm not. You know what I mean? Rap been good to me. I done did things that other people would probably never do. I've been shot ball with DOC at DOC house. I done smoked weed with Biggie Smalls. I done been to E40 house. Had my first orgy at Luke Skywalker house. We were doing the It's Your Birthday video. So I am never mad. I'm always like the sandwich bag. I'm glad.
Yeah.
You feel
Okay.
me? So, but it's just the people try to erase history. So you got to ask yourself, for the people like Walter D. People that always leave Walter D off. And he was like the first
When he part of the Blow Pop crew?
Yeah, Walter D.
Okay.
Blow Pop crew was the first ones that, you know, they brought down Ice-T and Dr. Dre. And they manager was bringing these groups, Salt and Pepper and everything. Because I know Ice-T, when Ice-T was Colors, I know because I performed at these shows.
Yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim. I performed with Eric B. Rakim, Public Enemy. Yeah. I was on
And
the
this
road.
black Blow Pop manager was bringing to I see.
Manager, CEO, they whole team. So everybody, and they DJ Mr. Magic, Ice, Troy Stalker. They used to rock the Hadley Park on Sundays. So when I moved down here from Louisville, they gave me an opportunity to rock the mic in front of Hadley Park. When I told you I rapped in Chinese, Spanish. So that's how the whole city knew. They gave me the format. We showed love back in. So what I mean by that is erasing history, not giving people they full credit and everything just because you want to do a buddy system, your buddy system list and everything. That's some Marvin Gaye. Like I said, you want to erase history. Now, you erase the first set of history. Now you try to erase the second set of history. The Pistols, the Quantity, the Boogie, Big Lou, B-Knock, Buck, everybody. You want to try to erase the second set of history. Okay, now what about when the third set of history, the third class? It's the third class now up. So now, it would be like, what if somebody left off paper or left off Quantity, the new generation? It's like somebody leaving them off the next list. Like the next, it's each class. It's like you had the class of, if you were in high school, you had a yearbook. You had the class of 87, 89, or whatever, 90, so forth. So it's just like they try to
be the only person in your book.
Yeah, the only person in the yearbook.
Yeah, they try to be the only person in your book.
You're trying to erase all the history out of this class. You're trying to take credit for the history in these class. Hold on. You wasn't even around when the Thundercats and Marshall Gray style was on. What you call?
Yeah, I feel that.
You didn't pop up on the scene till G.I. Joe came out. You wasn't around when. You feel me? It's like doing that. You're erasing history, and this is why Cashville don't have no signature sound, because everybody keep on soda balling each other and keep on not celebrating each other's accomplishments.
Facts.
In Memphis, at least they got a brain. They know, like, you ain't gotta like each other. Like, you might not like him, he might not like you, but at
we
least
gonna
they
get some money together.
At least they got enough sense to, you gonna wait till he get on and he get to run his bag up before you make a diss record and everything, and then at least then you know you got your money. Your man in the game. So they making money. They getting the money. money
most
done.
definitely.
But say it ain't just beef, they changing lives. What you call, they getting money to move their mama out the projects and take care of their baby mama, take care of their kids.
Yeah.
And they getting the money first.
Yeah.
They going to math class before PE.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See?
Most definitely. That's big.
Anybody can go to PE and go to the lunchroom, but
Yeah.
how many niggas want to get an A in math class?
You right, because all the niggas I was around did not get A's in math class.
That's
feel me?
a fact.
I'm gonna
Except
ask you
me.
this. Well,
They erasing
You started cheating
history.
when
Stop.
you can have a calculator. And that's when you started.
Come on,
doing something.
man. Math genius.
I want to
nigga.
ask you this though. So, but we still on the list. So when they do get a list, and you know the list is a favoritism list, right?
Yeah.
What can we do now? Because I'm gonna say it again. It was more legends back then than now. I don't think we even received a legend or impactful artist out of Nashville after our early 2000s, maybe, or in our middle 2000s. I think artists is after that now. I feel like it's self.
Man, I seen podcasts, bro, where they didn't even know, wasn't familiar, really, they knew about Haystak, but you didn't know Haystak still touring. Haystak
Sure
still
is. I
is
follow
on tour.
Haystak, yeah.
He's still on tour.
Yeah.
I feel like Haystak and Boogie
Yeah.
get mixed. I feel like
I
Haystak
talk
and
to
Boogie.
Stack like once a month. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'll call him or he'll call me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, stay busy. For years, since he was on Street Flavor, rappers paid for his home, new truck, new car, switch Rolexes up and everything. You know, I just started getting Rolexes and shit 3 or 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for not to acknowledge, put a Haystak on your list,
Yeah.
that's preposterous.
No, but you're right,
that's a
because I like what you said when you say that name. When you say a Haystak name
Mm-hmm.
and you talk about the history and you talking about the erasing history, he is a name that don't come up that a lot of us have brushed off the board.
Man,
and
he's
I don't know
still
why.
touring, man.
Yeah,
Still
you're
on
right.
tour.
You're right.
That man ain't stopped.
I mean, even Fresh, even speaking about Haystak, how far does their relationship go back? Them Street Flavor days, way back in the day.
Man,
How
guess
far
what?
is
I
it?
used to love it, man. Man, only thing was Stack might call me about 3:30 in the morning, man, cause he be up all night, Count Dracula, man, right?
Yeah.
Man, he might wake me up at 3:30 in the morning. Fresh, man, don't be mad at me, man. I woke you up, man, but I just wanted you to hear this, man, and he'll spit one. Catfish, coleslaw, food for my soul. I ran with my road dogs, got it from my grandpa. That shit'll have me wake me
Yeah.
up out my sleep. I had hairs on my neck.
Yeah.
Cause man, to me, you gotta understand. I said it in the '99 Source magazine. I said Haystak to me was doper than Eminem. If you go back to the '99 Source magazine, Google it, see Murder and Silk was on the cover, and they did a 3-page story on Nashville artists. Welcome to Nashville. And I went back in on the line and said, I think Haystak was colder than Eminem. Still do.
What? Give me this. When you first met Haystak, like when you first met him, was that in the studio?
Yeah, that's probably when I signed with Street Flavor '99.
When did you
Okay,
notice?
okay.
As soon as you heard him, you was like, that white boy good.
Man, guess what? Man, I heard him when I first heard the Came a Long Way record and everything. I loved it. And then, you know, I got to, when I was working on my album, he came and got on a few records on my album. He'd like come to the studio on my days when it was my session and everything, and we would lock in, and he would tell me, you know, that I influenced him some of
Most
little pieces
definitely,
and
most
everything.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, we was real cool, real close, and we still is. You know, we don't hang every day or talk to each other all that often, but you know, we'll lock in at least once a month.
So Street Flavor was like a family basically. When
Yeah.
y'all got signed, you guys was around each other.
Yeah, I was the last one. I probably was the last. When I got the Street Flavor, Pistol, Boogie, all them was gone.
Yeah.
So when I got
okay,
I got the Street Flavor, it was me, Haystak, and Casino.
I remember Casino,
Me
Papa
too.
J.
Papa J.
J.
It was me, Haystak, and Casino, and Ildos, a cat named Ildos. He had just moved down here from Cali. They was at
Okay.
a group called 360.
Oh damn, that's
What I
dope.
remember about Haystak is I used to, this is when I was rapping, a little nigga like 13, 14 rapping. I used to get on the Haystak album, Street Flavor had their number on the back. You know, they put
Yeah,
the number on
most
the back,
definitely.
on the book.
Yeah.
I used to call Street Flavor and rap to the voicemail, nigga. That's how old school
Did they ever
Street
call you
Flavor
back?
is. Hell nah.
Damn,
Hell nah.
nigga,
That's
I
what everybody
tried.
did that back in. You
I
know,
tried.
Yeah.
back in everybody
They
like you
left
get a
your
Ghetto
phone on.
Boys album.
Yeah.
Shit, Rap-A-Lot had their number on the back of the cassette tape. If you looked inside that cassette tape and you made enough enough calls or shit, you said the right thing. Lil J would have called you back in.
I want to ask you something right quick, Fresh, because we almost got into it. 1994 in May, right? You dropped It's All True.
Right.
Then you didn't drop your second album until 1999, right?
No, I dropped
97,
96, 97.
97, the double disc. Right?
I switched labels. I had left from For Real Records because the feds came in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the feds came in and kind of fucked up the record label, the whole label. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole label. You know what I'm saying? So, I took a break off for a year, and I was like moving around, just hustling.
See, we didn't have social media back then.
Really, yeah, I was really like just hustling. And I still was eating good just off features and shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I always go down New Life. I always go down New Life because that was our favorite record store. It was like in our hood and everything. So
very iconic.
Shout out to Lee Corleone. He's like my second father. So he was like, Fresh, what do you want to do, man? What you gonna do, man? Man, I got a studio in here, man. You wanna come on in here and record and everything. So Lee opened it up to me, you know what I mean? And we just end up, I was going with Dixie Dog, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I was with Lee, and C Wiz was like the A&R for the record label. Plus he worked at the New Life.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, C Wiz worked at New Life.
Yeah, I remember that.
we
That's our DJ Khaled. I always say that. C Wiz is our DJ Khaled.
Yeah, so that's when I put out the first thing. I don't think I probably was the only one who did this. And I never brag about it. I'm not bragging now, but I was probably the first artist that put out a Clean and Dirty album on the same day. They were separate. With the New Life on the 90s, on the thing, I had the License to Chill, which was the Clean album. Then I had the Plotting.
You most definitely did.
They both dropped the same day. I dropped
You
two.
most definitely did. That's why I said a double album. That's why I said a double album.
Yeah, I dropped, but it was two separate entities.
Yeah. Because one was like 007.
Right, that was the License to Chill.
I remember that.
I'm looking at them now. That's crazy. Both of them was in 97. Now that you say that, I'm looking and they do have some of the same songs, but not really. So these were two different albums,
It was a clean
right?
album, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I took the dirty songs, and I had a couple of dirty records that I made clean, like the Mobbin'. I think the Mobbin' was on there, and I think the One Pistol was on some Tennessee thing. I want to say Pistol got on that record, and that ended up being on the radio too when Rick Walker had the beat down thing.
Yeah,
I remember
It was on the record on the radio.
How was your? I still remember this too. I remember a video of you one time. I was in the living room because by this time my stepdad, my mom, everybody playing Kool Daddy, and we saw you Organized Crime.
Right. Oh yeah.
Video.
Yeah,
MC Breed, right?
Shout out to my boy Rugged. That was my
Rugged Rob.
Rugged
You
Rob.
the one who made me know who Rugged Rob was just by your
I
raps.
talk to Rugged Rob like every other day. Like it's so crazy. I call him. He gonna pick up first rain. Good morning. God bless, and everything. It was his group. You know what I'm saying? It was original Rugged, TK, and Steve L. I didn't get into Organized Crime till like they second album. That's when I joined the group. You know what I mean? And because I had been, writing some rhymes for Rugged. You know what I'm saying? I was writing preparing him for his second project. I was writing. And then some kind of way, I got to end up being in the group because I think TK left and moved to Cali.
Okay.
And we was back in, we was working with Jazzy Faye before he blew up. We had Jazzy Faye working on the album. We had Slice T that did the Show Enough from Memphis, Slice T. We had Neil Jones, he ended up producing 8Ball's Lost triple album. And now he's in Dallas mixing down Yellow Beezy album. So we was already like working with Endo Blunt.
I remember Endo G and Lil Blunt.
Yeah, we gave him Ideal. Like we was supposed to have been on Luke Skywalker Records, but Rug wanted to stay independent. So, but Endo and Blunt was a featured artist on our album, and at the time Rugged and Luke was like it, because Rugged jet skis in the It's Your Birthday video.
Oh, okay.
The jet skis came from Nashville to Miami.
Oh, okay.
I was in Miami with me and Rug. We was in Miami. He had the jet skis shipped up the next day.
And you was in the It's Your Birthday video, wasn't you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's good shit. Another thing is that I saw that you was the first black Nashville rapper to perform at the Ryman.
Yeah. I just got put in the National African American History.
Before you go on with that, man, let us give you a big shout out for that, bro. That's
Thank you.
huge right
That's
there.
history.
To be the very much history, man. That I didn't even think about right there. That's dope, man. That's real. That's a big accomplishment right
Hell
there.
yeah, and I want to know. I know you want to talk about your African American museum joint. I just want to know how did that even happen? You performing at the Ryman?
That was when I was with Lee with the Dixie Dog doing the Plotting License
Okay,
to Chill
yeah.
album, and they had the awards. They had some kind of awards. I forgot, was it the SCA? I don't think it was SCA's back then. It was some kind of awards, and we ended up performing for the governor.
Yeah.
Right. We performed at for the governor. And we rocked it so hard. The
This
Ryman
some good shit right here, yeah.
we rocked the Ryman Auditorium with a song called Tennessee Thing. And I was really like nervous about this performance, like, dang, they don't fuck with no rap music at the Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah.
And we had the governor there. We rocked that motherfucker. We ended up going to the governor. He ended up inviting us to a party at his mansion after the thing.
Hell yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And he also, look on my album cover, he's on my inside of my album cover, my picture, me and the governor.
Yeah, okay.
And he never took pictures with no rapper or nothing. But if you look at Governor Don Sunquist, he's on the inside of my License to Chill album cover.
Oh, okay. Big good
that's
shit.
dope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's dope.
I got to drink Cristal with the governor.
And it was genuine. It wasn't no,
Yeah.
hey man, it wasn't no, here go $10,000, go tell the niggas to vote for me. It
It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that.
All right.
Guess
All
what?
right.
We was at his crib. We had this crib drinking Dom Perignon, Cristal and shit, and I still had my hat cocked to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was on my album cover, on the inside of the album cover. I got my hat cocked to the
Yeah,
back.
this classic
I got
Fresh
a
right here.
I got a glass
Yeah.
of Cristal. He got a glass of Dom Perignon. And what you call? He was like, I said, can I put this on my album cover? He was like, go ahead, Fresh.
Nah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
dope.
All right, man, you
that's
got
dope. That's dope.
listen, man, like just going back in time and just remembering these things, like that's why I can see the passion in you about how our hip hop for Nashville is now.
Man, I tried to save so many times because I seen Nashville not putting nothing down to country music.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
not dissing nothing about country at all. Because country is still the backbone of Nashville music.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Oh, but I seen the way that the movement was going. I seen everybody started not to support each other. And I did this like 4 or 5 years ago. I called all the rappers because I was like, man, we need to go to the radio station. We not getting and implement. We don't even got 10 minutes a week of
local music.
local music
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Memphis and Atlanta. And I
Houston.
tried to call every rapper. I reached out to at least 80% of rappers, some that was close friends of mine and everything. I was like, man, we need to get together and try to boycott and take a stand, get some picket signs, bottled waters, megaphones, and we need to implement why we don't have any music, our culture. We don't have no hip hop, rap, or nothing on the main radio. But 92Q end up coming in.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Yeah.
They fuck with me and a couple others.
The
Shout out to
elite ones, they
92Q.
only fuck with the elite ones though.
Right. But I tried to get everybody to come together, and nobody want to take a stand with me. Nobody, no rap. I said, man, let's all get together, man. I said this 3 or 4 years ago. I said it's gonna turn into all country rap. I said it's gonna
And that's
turn
what-
into.
yeah.
I said it's gonna turn into country rap. Every rapper, 85% of them. I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah.
Nobody want to stand on the cars with me.
Why do you
Becau-
think that is, Fresh?
Because everybody was, to me, they thought like they was gonna ruffle some feathers with Dola White
ruffle.
or like a magic
People who don't even fuck with them
like
already.
a magic fairy was gonna come and wave, and all of a sudden they was gonna start playing local music, and if you took a stand, you weren't gonna get played.
Get blackballed.
You was gonna get blackballed. That's what I think they were afraid of, and.
That could be
Because it
true
is
though.
now. You look at it now. It's the same. We're not getting played. You go to Memphis and you cut the radio on.
That's all.
It's
You go
Memphis
to
rap,
Atlanta.
yeah.
You
Cut
go to
the
Atlanta,
radio
you cut the
on.
radio on. You come to
Houston.
Nashville. If you ain't listening to 92Q, you plug your phone in.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact. And if you do cut the radio on,
Dang.
it's, Sexy Red 100 times. It's the same,
The same
thing. The same
It's
mainstream
like
thing.
a old,
Yeah.
like a 60-minute Maxwell tape back
wanna-
then, cassette tape.
I want to say you most definitely on point, because if you saying 4 years ago you had this conversation, right? And I just
4 years.
4 years
Maybe
ago,
longer than that.
and I like what you said after the 4 years you said, because before it turns in to country rap.
Before
right?
before we turned into the Oak Ridge Boys.
And that's what we and now listen,
And
y'all.
that's
That's
what
what
it's
it
seeing
is.
it. I'm
We
That's
damn
what it
near-
is.
We
I'm seeing
damn
it.
near
I'm
a
seeing it.
bubblegum in the
Yeah,
dish.
nobody
You remember-
wanna rap
you
their
remember
life
we used
no
to
more.
choose up teams when we was little.
Yeah.
Bubblegum.
Yeah.
And go. We were one of them away from goddamn it Oak Ridge Boys. Forever.
Nah, I believe you because now I'm seeing people watch TV, right? And the things that come on TV that they feel like is winning, we'll get a part of now. Like they think the country rap. And watching country rap, and now I see a lot of people now.
You know who I
come
want to
down
hear
my
do some
timeline,
country rap?
do country rap.
I want to hear Jelly Roll do some country rap.
He do some of it a little bit.
I
In
want-
his new album, he did. And Life of a Sinner, he did. He did a couple of those.
That's the only thing. That's the only who I want to hear. I want to hear.
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah,
one you
you're
want to
right.
That's the
hear.
only one I want to hear. I don't want to hear. I don't. After that, I don't want no everybody to come run out of Kinko's or the Xerox machine,
Yeah.
and everybody
You
start
don't
trying
wanna
to
hear,
copy. You trying to copy.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
you grape jelly. He strawberry jelly. You blackberry jelly. He peach jelly. No, that ain't.
Yeah.
No, don't let him do his
Yeah,
thing.
most
Let him
definitely.
do his thing, and that's what we have a turn. We have a
I like
tend
that.
to.
I
we
like
have
that.
a tend to how can I say this? We have a tend to want to latch on. We want to get the Velcro effect. We
Yeah.
wanna
Yeah.
try to.
Yeah.
When I see you got something good going on, now all of a sudden I want to.
Jump, do Yep.
Yeah.
They feel I can do it
Because
better.
when you guys was coming up, right? When the LA Mikes, the Fresh, the Bottom Boys, you guys was all representing Nashville.
We represented Nashville.
And y'all most definitely sound was different.
Everybody's sound was different, and everybody jammed. Everybody, you gonna go on part of town. Chris Kane might be from out east, but niggas gonna jam Chris Kane everywhere.
Underrated.
And Chris Kane was the hottest artist on the radio back in.
Yes,
My God,
yes,
that's
yes.
underrated.
Yes.
He was the
Underrated.
hottest artist on the radio.
Yes.
He
9
had
o'clock in the
he
morning.
had
I mean,
a
9 o'clock at night.
He had a Miller beer. His track was on the Miller beer commercial. Boom, shake the room. Chris Kane was the epitome of Nashville radio. He had the radio station on lock. They played Chris Kane. He was the hard rapper, hard beat man, hard producer, hard engineer, and worked at Strike One
Sure
Records. And
did.
to sell you a hot ass CD that ain't his.
Yeah.
Come on, man. On top of
Shouts
that.
out to Chris Kane,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Kane. You had everybody that jammed each other's shit. You know what I'm saying? You had B-Knock. You even had
yeah,
Nina
B-Knock.
Ross.
Yes.
She was the female rapper back in. Nina Ross was holding it down. You had Nina
Yeah,
Ross.
for females.
Then after that, Mika B came on the scene. Huh? What?
All right, now,
Yeah.
Fresh, you gotta do this because me and my homie had this conversation last
Yes,
week.
let's
you
go.
gotta give me another one because I said back then the list stopped there, but you was tapped in more than I was back then. Can we? You got Nina? I named Nina. I named Mika. Was there any more hard female rappers back in them time? Or
You
was
had
it
a
just
girl
them
named
two?
I remember a girl named Isis Ioli.
I do remember Ice. I do remember
Ioli.
that. Yep.
You had her. And then you had another. She wasn't a rapper, but she was dope ass singer. You had Angela McCrary.
I
You
don't
know
remember.
Angela, she sung on, that's her singing the hook on Keep Grinding on the Big Lou with me, Pistol, and
Okay.
me, Boogie, and Big Lou.
Okay.
And she also singing on that B-Knock record with me and GB, Pussy Niggas Get Exposed. That's her
Okay.
singing Angela McCrary and everything. You had, and she make beats on top of that. A girl, Angela McCrary, she makes dope beats. You feel me?
Oh, I would
so
even
like
hate
it's
to see a
like
female
it's
that
like
make
if
beats.
it's females, it's
She
like
really gonna have it hard.
It's like it's crazy. And then you got the new school female rappers just goddamn it going crazy. You
So
got
lit.
Mimi the Goat, you got
Yeah, yeah,
Sweet
yeah.
Poison, you got Cashville Leisha.
Yeah.
Man, you got so many chicken. Man, you got
They
so
doing they
many
thing.
females, man. They going hard. Remy Martin, you got so many.
So let me ask you this though. I'm sorry to stop you because this is a good conversation. Why? Okay, we do have.
Oh yeah,
hot
my daughter.
talent.
Hold on, before I get killed. My daughter,
Yeah.
Gifted Queen.
He said, "For I."
Gifted
Oh, okay,
Queen.
yeah. I follow.
we fuck
First
with
and
her.
foremost, hold on,
Yeah.
Gifted Queen.
I fuck with her.
we fuck
Yeah,
with-
she
we
rocking.
fuck with
She
her.
rocking with Two Live Breed.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So you got so many hot female rappers. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's getting tracks from Gotham City and everything.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
big,
So
big.
so yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got some females that's going in.
Do you think artists
That's the new
that
move.
do hot that kerosene heater, like you say, why they don't fuck with the females?
I don't know, man.
Because they can put them on a bigger platform
I
too.
don't know, because it's their time, man. And it's been it's overdue. It's overdue.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, Shit, Memphis been doing it. You got to
Most
think
of that
back
Lil
in.
Chat, Gangsta
I
Boo.
used to be on the road with them all the time. I used to
Yeah.
I done smoke weed with Gangsta Boo. We done had concerts, and then I go to her room and smoke and everything, and then go back to my room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, R.I.P. Gangsta Boo
For
and
sure.
everything.
Legend.
I just want to say they've been doing it for so long. Memphis saw the greatness in their females, cause like I said, you had Gangsta Boo, and then you had Lil Chat came in with the chicken head, her and Project Pat.
Yep.
You feel me? And
most
then
definitely.
and then
You got
look at the
Glorilla, you got the
Glorilla.
Glow Up Girl. You got
Yeah.
so many different
Oh, my
artists
God.
that
Oh my goodness.
that these guys are putting in, and that these
In
guys
position.
are
In
putting
position.
Yeah,
position.
because
So
it's got like
they see-
Gotti stamping her. You
They
see what
see
I'm
the
saying?
greatness in these females. So we need to see the greatness in our female rappers. We need to see the greatness in our male rappers. We need to put a grip and get our culture back. We need to get it back. We need to get our sound back. We can't.
I told y'all
everybody-
we had a sound, man.
we,
Everybody
had
kept telling me
we need to get
didn't.
our sound back, man. I'm telling you this right now, man. Copy in Memphis. Memphis, they already got who they need. And they got their next up and comings already. They already got a Pooh Shiesty.
Yep.
They don't need a Winnie the Pooh Shiesty.
That's what I
They
want to
got
get
Money
into.
Bag Yo. They don't
sure.
need a Funny Bag, Money Bag Yo
For sure.
Junior.
I want you to speak on
Yes,
that right
sir.
there, Fresh. I'm
Yes,
finna
sir.
ask this right here, man. I'll make sure that we timestamp this because this is gonna be most definitely a clip. That's what I want to ask you. Why are these artists thinking? And I like to say artists, y'all. I know y'all be trying to correct me. I know it's artists, but I like to say artists. My thing. Why do you think a lot of rappers want to pack up and try to move to these areas to get signed, where it's already local
They
and
already got
upcoming?
it, man.
So elaborate more on that. On why do you feel like rappers need to stop trying to run out of town and thinking that they're going to get a
Because
deal?
they still gon' if you go out of town and you run into somebody that's interested in that's signing somebody, the first thing they gonna want to know is what kind of noise you got at home.
Facts.
Joe Major says that.
Yep.
That's what they gonna want to know. What or they if or you they gonna listen to you tell them it, and then while you sitting there telling them how hot you is, they gonna have a guy like you right there
Typing
doing
that
it,
shit
typing
in.
it in, and seeing if I'm lying or if I'm telling the truth.
Yep. Or they'll call because Joe Major.
Joe Major said-
Joe
Feel me?
Major said they called the radio station.
I'll do a show and then nobody show up for you.
Yeah,
then it's
that too. Cause sometimes you know, a lot of shit don't add up. The math gotta add up. Everything, all they got to add up. Like some people buying views and shit
Yeah,
for their
no, most
video.
definitely.
They
Most
buying,
definitely.
they trying to run up their numbers, but then. Your concert ain't packed, or
Yep.
everybody don't even know the words to your song in your own city.
yeah,
80 people don't know the words to your song.
Yep.
That ain't the math ain't right.
Nah, you right.
Most definitely.
You right.
That's, it kind of make me do my Scooby Doo with get Fred and Daphne and
Yeah.
solve the mystery. You know, get to the mystery of why the fuck
they-
are you lying?
Why you lying? So they need to stop running. Not running. They need to stop having that mind frame to think going to a different city.
But don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. To be a success, if you go back in time, every successful king, you had to go out and conquer lands. What I mean by that is you got to still be a Columbus or Magellan. You still got to explore.
Yeah.
You still got to explore new regions. But that's really just you going around, that's making stops. It's like you selling around the world. You stop right here and get everybody on your music, and you're supposed to keep going to the next stop and
Most
go
definitely.
and get them on your music. But to move in this city
And have
then
that
try to
mind
become
frame.
and try to become
Come
an
back.
Atlanta artist.
Yeah. It
No,
don't
that's
take-
what I'm talking about. Because I don't hear artists
It's
say
not. They're not gonna be receptive. Now it's a different thing if you're a Nashville beat man. If you're a band play, say like you're a band play,
can
or
cruise the
Honey
world.
Rap, or
Yeah.
or Yellow
Facebook,
Beats,
yeah.
Yellow on the Beats, and all them cats
Nice.
like that, nice
You
and
can-
all them cats. So yeah, they can go to Atlanta with a drum machine, with the drum pack,
Oh,
with
you
all
right.
that. That's a different thing.
You right.
But you trying to go and rap, and they already got Rollo and
Yeah.
and Thug, YF Lucci, all this. They Atlanta. They already got Future. They don't want present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He killing it. He killing
Yeah.
it with
They
that.
don't want that.
they don't. They
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 don't.
not gonna sign it. Why would I sign Yo Mini Me?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a fact.
Because we don't do it.
Why would I sign somebody that went and took your hottest artist, Cadence, took his whole rap pattern, the way he spit and everything. So now I'm noticing like now the rap has changed. Like we don't rap Nashville. It's like to me, the Nashville flow is Memphis and Detroit now.
Oh,
Everybody, they took the up-tempo murder music and doing the T Grizzly, the gangster storytelling, the up-tempo with the with the blicky. We ain't even using our Nashville slang
no more,
We didn't
for
say
real.
blicky.
No.
We said the nigga pulled the strap out.
Yeah.
The nigga pulled the tone out.
Yeah.
We got to keep it Nashville.
You right.
Like when
You right.
if you go to Memphis, we guess just like nigga run around Nashville say, "What's up, Jones?" And
Yeah.
I'm from Louisville. What's up, Jones? That's Memphis. That's they word.
Yeah.
Just like you go to Texas, a nigga call their mama, man, that's my T lady, my T Jones.
Yeah. And already.
My T Jones.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what they words. How you
And that's
think-
what made Pimp C. That what makes Glorilla. I asked my
Yeah.
girl why she like Glorilla. She
Yeah.
say because when
She
she
Memphis.
say, where you been? Everywhere, just working hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
My-
Memphis.
my-
That's
my
Memphis.
They got
Yeah.
their own thing
That
like
music,
Jones.
music, Cuban.
But I was
Hey, man.
Yeah,
What's
hey,
up, Jones?
fresh.
Hey, man.
Listen, Fresh,
I
I
love
was
that.
right here, homie, and I was telling these people, man, that we got a sound. And our sound is a part of our lingo. Part of
Yeah.
how we
Yeah.
talk, how we carry ourselves, how we walk, how
Man,
we move.
in 96, 97, I hate to bust some bubbles. I'm just gonna tell you like this. If you
Exclusive,
go
no.
back, if you pull up an old Murder Dog magazine that had Sebo and all the West Coast artists, E40, everybody, Spice One used to be. You remember Murder Dog
I
magazine?
remember all that, Murder Dog magazine.
At one
And I remember
time,
you in it.
they was giving Nashville credit. They was giving Pistol credit,
Yep, I remember
me
Pistol,
credit.
yep.
Everybody in Nashville, they was saying we had our own sound. It was different. They was saying we had a different sound, and it reminded them of a little West Coast. They said they could tell we had a little influence, but we had our own sound. They were saying that they could tell that we listened to the East Coast and we listened to the West Coast and everything. And they gave us our credit back in the 97, man.
Yeah.
Most
Having
definitely.
our own sound.
Yeah.
Now, like, man, I hate to say it.
We using the same lingo that
We
I'm
using a
listening.
different-
I'm listening to somebody in
we
Atlanta
didn't never say
say
lit. Man,
Yeah.
we said that motherfucking club was shitty. That motherfucker
Yeah,
was dumb.
shitty.
dunk,
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
That was our shit, man.
Yeah.
Dunk. It was
Yep,
dunk. That
we got
motherfucker
away
was
from it.
shitty. A motherfucker said, man, nigga got pulled the strap out on the nigga last night. Nigga up the strap.
Yeah, nigga had that thing last night, man.
Man, nigga was at the club, man. That motherfucker was shitty. That motherfucker was ass. That
a
motherfucker was
fact.
shitty. Now,
Now-
motherfuckers say, we wait till, it's like they got their ear, they wait till Atlanta say something. They wait till Memphis say something.
Yeah.
Oh, it was lit. Oh, we smoking on that strand. Oh, I'm smoking on brand. I'm smoking on little brand now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't what we
Yeah.
said, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
we ain't never did that. I want to ask you this, Fresh, because I know you a real charismatic guy. Also, Gary Payton, you know, the basketball
Yeah,
player.
I was on his label.
Is
Oh,
is
yeah,
a
most
charismatic guy, man. How the hell did Fresh hook up with Gary Payton, man?
Man, shout out to Rock Solid. I was on Rock Solid. Shout out to my man, the General, Gary Jackson.
See, I knew
Big G.
Taz.
Yeah, Taz and
Yeah,
all
I
that.
knew
Yeah,
Taz
Taz,
from
Trouble. R.I.P. Trouble, T.I.,
Trouble
man.
Pass, yeah.
Love you, bro. Just seen Jeffo today. Jeffo was like they producer and everything, and I had end up going on their label 2005, 2006. See, I was always like if one boat ain't right,
I'm
not finna stay on Gilligan's Island.
yeah.
I'm finna jump in the water and swim to the next.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I was with this music thing. So I always bounced around. I end up like hooking up with the Cali Cats with the Rock Solid label. And that end up being, Gary Payton was a partner on the record label.
Okay.
So yeah, and I still remember.
I knew Michael Moore from through there.
I remember I talked to
Eminem.
him on the phone, man. I forgot the Lakers was playing. Who was the Celtics playing? And when that's when he played. Yeah, he played for the Celtics. And damn, I forgot who they was playing against in the playoffs. But my AON niggas, they always was like, Fresh, give you this with Gary Payton. You been, you're old head. You like the old head niggas, so whatever. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And G had G called Gary Payton. They had the game the next day in the playoffs. They was like, and so he put me on the phone with Gary. We was sitting there at the studio. He said, Fresh, tell your homies I'm gonna bust his ass. And they was playing Tony Parker. That's who it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They was playing. I'm gonna bust Tony's ass tonight, and he got them and busted his ass that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
For
know,
sure.
I was crazy. I was going horse.
I remember when Rock Solid came through for a second. Rock Solid most definitely came through.
That was a great label, man. Man, guess what? The whole music thing been a lesson and a blessing. You know, some artists weren't meant to go gold. Some people can't go platinum or nothing. But I want to thank God for what music has given me. You know what I'm saying? Music has did a lot for me and got me to a whole lot of things in life. You know what I mean? And
for sure.
And I don't fear death at all. A lot of people, they fear death, but I know in my mind that we came and we gotta go.
For sure. That's big.
And you know,
facts.
and I used to be scared of dying. I ain't scared no more, cause having music and my grandson and my mama was the greatest thing these last 6 years of my life with my grandson. It been the most meaningful thing in my whole life, more than the music, more than anybody knowing I'm Kool Daddy Fresh.
Yeah.
Just knowing that I had a mama that loved me, and I know that I got my grandson, the greatest thing ever in my life. So God could call me home right now, I'd be happy.
For sure.
What's one lesson that you want your sons, your daughters, your grandson? What's one lesson that you really want them to know, man, that you feel like will help them get through this crazy shit we call life, man?
God. Talk to God every day, because when I was at my worst storm, I had people try to crucify me on the cross, and all I had was my knees and prayer. And when I tell you, God, man, it's nothing that you can't do. If you talk to God, it's nothing that he won't do. You got to acknowledge God, and you'll see the inner peace that he'll give you. You know what I mean? Everybody can't beat Jordan. It had to be.
Most definitely.
It had to be Paxson's, John Paxson's. It had to be the
Tony
role
Kukoc,
players.
yes.
Yeah, it had to be
role
role
players.
players. Everybody couldn't get the gold medal, but that's why they made silver and bronze. So you still be proud of your accomplishments in life, because it's so easy to be nothing. It's so easy to give up and be a failure.
For sure.
It don't take no energy to be a failure, but it take every energy inside of you to try and give it your all. So it's not about the failure. It's all about the try. Never stop trying, because you can sleep when you die.
For sure. Did you ever do you go back and be like, musically wise, right? Your music career is impactful, and just the GPS of it, like from you telling me doing shows with, smoking with Too Short, kicking it with them, and prospering and seeing your dreams, seeing your talent, right? Is impactful for us. Like did hip hop change your life?
It changed my life.
You said from washing dishes, right?
From washing dishes, you know what I mean, to getting paid every 2 weeks, to flipping a quarter ounce. It take a week to get rid of the quarter ounce, because we ain't have but 3 cells in our apartments that was smoking. So you know what I mean. So
you feel them, boo?
Yeah, they hit me.
Do you feel
they
them,
hit
boo?
me hard?
Hell
right?
yeah.
Music took me a lot of places, and I want to thank everybody that had a part in helping me with music. Every record label I was with, every CEO I had, every dope boy that I was with, anybody that ever fuck with me and believed in my dream and helped me to chase it, I want to thank you. There's so many people I can't even name. It'll take up the whole show, but I want to thank all y'all for real. Music been everything in my life. You got to thank.
Yeah. When you
I've
go
been
back
doing
and
it for
think
so
about
long.
it.
High school. I've been doing music since high school.
What is it, 86, 87?
85, 86.
80.
I've been doing
Hell
music
yeah.
so
That's
My
long.
whole life.
My whole I've been doing music all
Shit,
my
but-
life.
but-
I made a lot of sacrifices. I lost
Yeah.
a lot of relationships over music. I lost a lot of friends over music. I lost, everybody, a lot of people went that way because I still believed in the dream. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hit the fork in the road where it time to job or music.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So I stayed with the music for a while. You know what I mean? I was trying to find myself. You know what I mean? I done been everywhere. I didn't even been in a mental hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like 6 years ago, I was in a mental hospital. You know what I mean? So that's how I know it's God. It was a God. 6 years ago, I ain't even want to live. I had lost so many people. You know what I mean? I had lost so many people. And I still remember my homie, man. I was in the house crying, suffering through depression. I had a gun in my head. My homeboy called me. And I was really like 30% away. And my homeboy called me and held me on the phone, and I told him I was tired of Earth. I didn't want to be here no more. And he held me on the phone. He kept talking to me. Next thing you know,
pull it up.
Open the door. It was him. He came and took my strap. And a day later, he made me go take myself to the mental hospital.
Yeah, get yourself evaluated.
And get myself evaluated. And spending that time alone, I could talk to God. And God let me know. I was really like Job. He took everything away from me. He took a lot of friends, a lot of things from me, a lot of limelight. He stripped everything away from me so I could see clearly who was loyal, who loved me, and he wanted to just test my faith and my loyalty. And when I tell you that when my storm was over, I got blessed in tenfold.
Most definitely, man.
3 or 4 Rolexes, APs, my own cake. I got my own cake in the restaurants in Louisville, Indiana. Got the Kool Daddy Fresh pineapple rum cake. I ain't even brought it down to Nashville yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, you know, Nashville be so skeptical and everything, and the cake is cool as it. But, you know, they be so skeptical with the selective recognizing. That's what I call it, selective recognizing. Nashville has a tendency to only acknowledge 2 or 3 people's accomplishments. And that's another thing that's stopping the growth of the city. Because, you know, y'all make it a popularity contest. But if we going to talk about the championship team, let's talk about everybody.
Yeah.
Jordan just wasn't the only exciting player in the NBA. It was Magic, Bird, Isaiah. And it make me so mad when people just brag on Michael Jordan, just say he was the only one. No, he wasn't. He wasn't the only motherfucker that made me go, ooh, It was a dude named Dr. J that came before him. That had, damn, Jordan, where you took his dunk? When that his damn, I thought it was Jordan dunk. No, damn, Dr. J did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, man, I'm just like a referee. I call it like I see it.
No, and it ain't nothing wrong. Listen, man, good shit, man. Great interview.
I call it the real quick. Like, no, I ain't want to cut you off, but I just call it the cool, because we spoke about this, the cool kids effect. You see what I'm saying? Like, Nashville don't want to get behind this guy if he ain't from these insert your projects here. If he ain't from these projects.
It wasn't like that with you guys when you guys was coming in the game.
Because then you had Bardo, you had West Nashville, you had South A,
you had every area.
Now you got them, but that's why I like people like Bardo.
Look at the new school now. Look at the artists. We got some artists in Nashville now, new artists. Don't even count us in the picture.
Yeah.
Don't even count the Fresh Book.
No, you talking about the Lil Breeze, the B Howard.
I'm talking about the Lil Breeze, B Howard.
Yeah.
Trapper Mandel.
Yeah.
ABK Gates. Man, these
ABK,
guys
keep dropping music, man.
Man, these guys is on fire. These guys, man.
Yeah.
These guys shaking the fruit out the trees, talent-wise and everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, look at Bree. He was on the show with T.I., Cardi B. He made it to the second round.
Yeah, and then look at Me to Go down there with
nobody ain't even said why we don't talk about
Duval.
this. Do you know half people don't even didn't see it? They ain't see it.
My homie put me on.
But they ain't talking about. How could you not talk about this?
They didn't even share it.
How could you not? They didn't want to share it. I was in the African American history. They didn't want to. They skipped over.
It wasn't highlighted.
It wasn't highlighted. I had to go on 92Q. It took Kenny Smooth, Sissy Brown, and Crystal with an Eye to show me love. Shout out 92Q and everything, you know.
Yeah,
and
we
Sean
went on
Goodman.
invite.
I love y'all, 92Q. You would have thought 101 would have came and you would have thought that they would have.
Yeah, the impactful people for hip hop in Nashville that has a voice on a higher platform most definitely should have been done. Recognized, gave you acknowledgement, but I see what you're saying.
Right.
92Q, and it take the new era of the 92Q.
Right. It take the new era, like, on everything. You know, it's like, it's crazy. Like, when are we gonna appreciate the diamonds we have at home? We got a lot of diamonds in Nashville. We got a lot of talent.
I thought you were crying, bro. I was like, damn, my nigga sensitive about the music.
Look at Cashville, Young T, and the whole STS
Oh,
movement.
yes.
The
Yeah.
whole shout out, struggle to strive.
Shout out.
The whole movement. I mean,
Yes.
he been
Yes.
putting out albums back to back. Artists back to back.
Yes.
Back.
Shout out
Shows back to
Cashville, Young T.
back. He got the Billboard.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get behind this man?
Yeah.
When are we gonna get behind Trapper Mandel? When are we
B.
gonna
Howards,
get behind B. Howard?
Yeah.
When are we gonna get behind B. Hoodie? When are we gonna get behind these young artists, Two Live Bree? It was no way. It's no way.
Back then, they had
They should have had damn near had a. You know how you go to the playoffs and then when your team lose, but they made it to the damn near to the Super Bowl, but you come home and
they
your
have a
city
parade.
and your
Oh,
city
yeah.
have a parade.
Yeah.
Like damn, this guy was on the show with Cardi B.
Yeah.
Chance the
T.I.
Rapper, T.I.
Yeah.
And they really
And they liked his music.
They liked his music and
It didn't have no bad feedback.
we didn't get
They had real good music.
we didn't get no real acknowledgement.
No, we didn't have a party for him, no acknowledgement, no
nothing.
sharing.
We didn't have an acknowledgement for him.
And that's the kid. But I see artists. I see artists that has no talent. I see artists that has stole your cadence.
Right.
That just stole the popular person cadence.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I know how to ride. I'm gonna ride the beat like D-Lo, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say baby, like he say now.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna pick me and say I'm the hottest because I got a little money
Yeah.
and I got a
Yeah.
little street cred.
Yeah.
But the whole time I done stole his flow.
Yeah.
And I really ain't from nowhere. I'm really a sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
sometimes
Yeah.
or not even a sucker. I know that I'm misleading you guys on something, right? But you still pick me.
We're not getting behind what's dope.
Yeah.
We got so much talent in the city. Why we ain't found the next R&B singer? Why we
Most
ain't got
definitely.
behind Robin right now?
Who's one of the best R&B
Why we ain't? Why
singers
why,
that definitely we
why?
got?
Why
Yeah.
we haven't got behind Robin right now? Why? Now what you call Nashville?
It's a pick me.
What you call when Buck? I remember when Buck was high. He's on his way back too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
he-
definitely. Shout out to
yeah,
Young Buck, man.
yeah,
we
Buck
done
on
got
his way
50
back.
out the
Yeah.
way. 50 you out the way now.
Yeah, he on his way back. And watch, soon as he get hot, when he get back hot, he never was not. Don't get it twisted. He always been hot. He
Yeah,
always
always,
been the sun. He
always.
don't make nothing weak.
Yeah,
You feel me?
most definitely.
But when they see, they feel like he hot in their eyes or he done got back in the thing, everybody gonna run back.
Yep.
Buck.
Yep.
But see, Nashville will turn on you like a steering wheel.
So
I seen him. I
Yes.
seen him. I remember '99. I still remember him. VY. Remember
Yeah.
Vince Young?
Yeah,
Vince,
yeah,
rookie
yeah.
year, rookie
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Next season. Boo.
yeah. He said they'll turn on you like a steering wheel.
That's a fact.
They will though.
Yeah.
They will though.
Man, he's suicidal. Boo.
Yeah.
Then what you call it? We ain't never uplifting them. We sure know how to tear something
Yeah,
down. We
that's a
got a
fact.
fucked up construction company.
Yeah.
We sure know how to tear that motherfucking
Won't
building
build shit
down.
up, do we?
But you don't know how to build it back up. Now we got land developers got to come in here from Denver.
Out
Now
of town,
They
yeah.
making Nashville look like Denver. All these new houses and everything, they took the blueprint from Denver.
Okay.
I've been out to Denver. Nashville look just like a baby Denver Junior.
But like I get what you're
I
saying.
go out
So
to Denver and look at the apartments, the same houses and all that. They building in Nashville. They the same way they was in Denver 4 or 5 years ago.
Damn,
Listen,
I
listen,
didn't know
man.
that. It's
Listen.
All right.
Go.
No, I was just gonna say you done with music or
Man,
can I pay you to get one of them hot ass fresh verses?
Man, guess what? I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I just told my dude that I wasn't. You got to do it this week. This week is the last. I'm not doing no recording, no more music. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm so just
You came
burnt
into-
out. I wanna. And for one, I'm getting ready to leave the state for a year and get ready to do my dispensary thing. But then when I come back, I'm gonna find the perfect rapper. I'm gonna give him. I want to find a rapper, and I want to give him all my secrets that was given to me by like Too Short and all the people that you gotta, man. It's a ingredient to making a record that I think that we done lost. And the first thing is you got to feel the music. You got to feel what you saying, and we done lost the implement the message. If you listen to every one of my songs, I got a message. Even if it sounds stupid, the song I got Dope Boys and Bankrolls. It's like, in my hood ain't no heroes, dope boys and bankrolls. That's the hook. But if you go into the verses, I'm talking about they was ghetto heroes back in. The dope niggas got together, and when your homeboy fell down, he went down. They went and paid your mama light bill, went and paid your rent, then try to fuck your bitch. And shit like that.
That's
you know
all out the window
Look
now.
out for your kids, right? For school clothes and shit like that. Them was ghetto heroes. You know what I'm saying? So
that's all out
I
the window
always
now.
try to, if you listen to any song I make, I don't care, even Jawbreaker. On the
I
plot
remember
album,
Jawbreaker.
you go back, it's a message. It's a message to every record I make.
Yeah.
I don't just waste bars. I'm trying to give you a message and give you some kind of knowledge on every song I ever made.
Man, dope.
This is fire. This was fire,
Listen, man. The world, my best friend right here, even Taylor before you came, they know how impactful you are to me, man. They know I love Kool Daddy Fresh musically wise because you had that sound, you had that look. I always say you was my first like trap rapper. You know what I'm saying?
But Pistol was original.
Yeah, no, Pistol was my
Pistol
original
was
gangster
original.
rapper.
When he got a song he had back in the day called King of the Dope Talk.
Yeah.
And I really think Pistol was Nashville. Pistol and Walter D to me was Nashville's original dope talkers, rappers.
I agree.
First,
I
Walter
agree with
D.
that. I agree with
I'm gonna
that.
go with Walter D first, original, because Walter D was out before us, and then Pistol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pistol, man.
So yeah, I
Pistol
most
was that
definitely.
nigga.
Pistol
Yeah.
was that
Dude,
nigga.
man.
Pistol was that nigga I
And then
seen
he's that-
before Big Worm.
Yeah, he was
Pistol
that
had
dude,
the
man.
perm, big ass gold necklace.
He had the dopest stories, and you know what I'm saying he had the dopest fucking stories ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you could close your eyes and see the shit. You know what I
Man,
mean?
hey Pistol, you know what's up, man.
Man,
Hey, you
shout
know
out to-
what's
man,
up,
shout
we
out to
gotta
Pistol,
fly down
man.
there, whatever.
Shout out to Pistol, man. Also, man, shout out to Sir the World Click.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Them
sure.
boys was fucking hard, bar none on the beats, man. You had fucking
Feisty,
you had Sosa the
Sosa
Plug, you had
Plug,
Jack Zane, you had
Deuce.
Freaky Deuce, man. You had, and they had a mean CEO. You had Murder Rich.
Murder Rich,
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Shout out to Murder
He
Rich. We
believed in the
finna fuck with
dream.
you.
How many CEOs you know he went and got Manny Fresh to produce their
The
whole
whole
album?
album, I know. I
You know
talk
what I mean?
about that.
So man, it was just, and then he ended up putting out a Pistol album, the Straight Gangster
Mm-hmm.
album. So you know what I mean. You had some people that understood the vision and everything, you know. And I just want to wish everybody the best. And I want somebody to make it. I want somebody out of Nashville to make it, man. We all been working so long. We've been working so hard for so long. And hey, I might have missed my boat, but I want to see somebody. I want to see somebody, man. All of y'all deserve it, man.
For sure, man.
Everybody deserve it, man. So many dope R&B singers, gospel singers, reggae,
Somebody.
jazz. You got my homeboy APNS, a player named Stone. He done turned into a bass player, a rapper.
Yeah.
I had a rap dude, my rap homie, man.
Yeah.
He taught himself how to play the bass. Now he don't even rap no more. Now he's playing bass.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you see the transition. How
Music-
people-
Musically, though.
Music,
Music,
how smart.
music,
Like
yeah.
Jelly made the transition.
Yeah.
He knew
Yeah.
that he had country in him. He had a country voice, so he could sing. Man, you got to give it to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he jumped out of his box. He went
did.
out the box and
And
got
won.
to the box.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
And
box
won.
of money.
So y'all already know what's up, man. Lano XL. We got OG Boopy.
Yes, sir.
OZ. We got my
Yes, sir.
man right here. Legendary.
Yes, sir.
Cashville, I love you,
In the
man.
building. Y'all
Stop
know.
them lists, man. Let's don't even feed into them lists. Next time you see somebody with a list on Facebook, just scroll on past it.
Block them.
No, they ain't got to block. Just scroll on past
Scroll
it.
on
Don't
past.
even, if they ain't If they ain't got 20 people on the list, if they got they 5 favorites, just scroll on past
And
it.
there y'all go.
Don't
Y'all
even
heard
feed
it.
into it, man. And when you go, if you go on any podcast and they ask you who your favorite 5 is, man, name 5 people in the Bible. Name 5 disciples. God, Timothy, David, Mark, Luke, John. Name some people that deserve some credit. Let's name Bishop Bishop
no more
Marcus
favoritism.
Campbell. Let's talk about
yeah.
make a list and talk about the top 5 pastors in Nashville, the top 5 preachers. Bishop Marcus Campbell, there was at Mount Carmel. Let's talk about have a list about the top 5 people that give their time to give for the kids in Nashville. Put Kenny Clack at the top of that list.
For sure.
Let's make a list like it, or let's better yet, let's all get together and spend a Saturday and go to the mission and feed the and help the people at the mission, or go to under the bridge and
No
go
more
take us
lists.
some water. Let's do something like it. I'm with it.
But no more lists.
I'm with all that. The list is gay. It ain't doing nothing but soda ball in the city. The list is what's keeping Nashville from blowing up. The list creators and the list
dividers.
The list is all that because the list is wrong. The list ain't right, and they making it from their heart and not their smarts and everything. And the list ain't doing nothing but making it 3 or 5 people in Nashville, like we only got 5 talented artists. So you shouldn't. It's an insult to you.
Most
It's
definitely.
an insult to the people that's doing music. We got too much talent, and one bad bean can spoil a bowl of chili, nigga.
And there you go right there. And that's from the legendary
Kool Daddy
hip-hop
Fresh, man.
artist, best known as Kool Daddy Fresh. Life is complicated. It gets me aggravated.
Oh, you want to do that? Well, if you come down south, it ain't no banjos here.
Yeah.
Just some nigga ride clean with the paint so clear.
Yeah.
We ain't doing
Oh, you want to
verses.
keep going?
Yeah,
I'm
wanna
a
do
Georgia
verses.
Court nigga, Preston Tyler nigga, Blue Navigator nigga, cocked outside on the drive. It's west side till I die. Broke now quickly, came up on the quarter key. Now I'm my own boss. Can't no nigga order me. Come on. Y'all already know, man. Listen, man. Y'all got Jay-Z out there. Y'all put our way up there on that platform. Guess who I put up there? I put my man right here.
Man, support your Nashville artists, man. Support Maceo. Support Low-C the Hustler. He getting ready to drop Cold
sure.
Winter.
Dang.
Go get the Sosa the Plug, O.J. Simpson. Go get everybody, man. Go get
Yes.
everybody that got some music out. Go get that, man. This Cashville, this Nashville, this Davidson County. Anything else, you playing, you bullshitting.
Well, there you go, man. Y'all already know how I'm going to end this thing, man. It's your boy, like, no. I'm going to say this, man. Get money, stay true, get money.
And listen, family, if nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the first one to tell you today that I love you, I love you, I love you.
Mama, Jaden,
We out here, family.
love you.
Peace.